So first of all, my dishwasher is on, so if it's loud, that is what's going on. But I wanted to talk about our pet line. If you didn't know, we have a pet line. I have 2 cats. I love them so much. I've had them before I had my daughter, so they were my first kids, and I will do anything I need to. But I love finding natural alternatives to whatever the vet might prescribe. So I'm not a doctor, I'm not a vet, but I wanted to tell you some things that have been helpful. Kind of. I'm going to vaguely talk about it, and because I know not everyone has pets or cares to do this for their cats. So if you have more questions, feel free to message me. Just due to compliance and not saying that things are healing my cats, I'm just going to vaguely talk about some things. So I was seeing signs that something internally was going on with one of them. Since they both use the same litter box, it was really hard to determine which one it was. So I was kind of treating it as if both of them needed some help, because what I was able to use would only benefit both of them, which is amazing. Because when you have a little toddler, which I can't believe I have a toddler, you can't really always sit there and wait for your cat to go to the bathroom. Like you gotta just kind of, I tried to run after one of them would hop out of the litter box, but it just doesn't always happen. So what I did, well, first of all, okay, so when I was Googling and searching all the things, again, message me if you're curious about the symptoms, but I'm not gonna go through them. They just were showing signs of internal issues. And instead of just taking them straight to the vet, I wanted to try some things at home, because I knew I wanted to do natural alternatives anyways, and some of the things that I could try would only benefit any area, benefit a bunch of areas. So anyway, so I just increased their water, didn't change any diet that could be issues, contributing to whatever the issues are, especially digestion, internal issues, but I wanted to start with increasing their water. We did move recently, so I didn't know if it was around stress. 6 months ago, so that's not entirely recent, but it had been going on for a couple months, and I wanted to kind of see if stress was changing or the calming down and the issues were disappearing, but they weren't. So then it was like, okay, we got to kick it into gear, try things. All that to say, so internal issues were showing up in some symptoms, signs. So I started adding 1 drop of Copaiba, which is great for inflammation. If you don't know about Copaiba, I use it on Aviana's jawline, on her gums when she is teething. It's amazing for all that kind of stuff, and totally fine to use for your cats. You can put a drop in your hands, rub it on your cats if you want to do it that way. I want it to go straight to digestion, and not all cats will actually eat this. My cats kind of had to get really hungry to digest it because it smelled obviously different. So I put a drop in 2 cans of their food. I give them wet food through the day, dry food at night. Wet food is the best if you can do that, but for some reason, my younger cat is obsessed with dry food and will come wake me up if I don't give him some in the morning or at night, while I'm asleep. So I give him a small amount. So anyways, okay, so to dilute the oil, the Copaiba oil, I will put 1 drop in 2 cans of food, which is around 2 meals for both cats for the way that I do it. So it's really diluted, basically. You could do half a drop, which I don't know how you do half a drop. So that's why I put 1 drop, mix it in 2 cans all together, and then break it apart for the meals. So that's one way you can do it. But, and everything disappeared. All the issues disappeared. I don't really know exactly what the issue was, but I'm gonna keep watching, obviously. So yeah, the other thing that I was noticing is as the seasons change, this is kind of a additional issue I was noticing, is they were passing a lot of hair because it's getting hotter. Seasons here have been going back and forth, so they're shedding a ton. All that to say, so then I got this oil that we have from our pet line, which is called Paragize. Super affordable. So I got it in my Essential Rewards order, and it's already ready to go for animals. All the oils that are good to use, beneficial, which is super helpful. So yeah, diluted, ready to go. So now what I do with this one to help with digestion, which also look up in case you're dealing with things like worms or other internal issues, this could be beneficial for that as well. It's great that it's a preventative. So while I'm using this to help with everything passing easier, just digestive support, it works for that too. So yeah, Paradies. We have a whole line for stuff, but I haven't needed it. Like I mentioned, I used Copaiba and it was awesome, but now I just want to try helping them a little more so that the issues don't come back. I don't really know. I still have to figure out what it was. So anyways, just a tip, if you have pets, look into our pet line. It's not just for cats. It's for, I mean, to be honest, you guys, I've even used something similar to this on a lizard. So if you have pets, you should just really look into our line because there are tons of options. But if they're not the normal house pets, really do research because some things like pine or rosemary are not good for lizards. So you want to just kind of look into more of the information specific to your pet. So anyways, that's it.